people can expect us to accidentally break shit, knock over mics, and I don't know, like energy definitely, lots of sweat.
I mean, quite honestly, I would probably tell them that we sound kind of like the Strokes, but with B-52 backup singers, which is a really great combination, I think.
You know, following up with what Josie said, you know, like we sound like the Strokes with some B-52 vibes and then our own flair, our own unique flair. And good stage presence, good dancing. At least I like to dance. You can always count on me dancing. Just a fun time overall, you know? We really try to put it all out there and have a good time. That's always, you know, my ultimate goal in a show. And if I end feeling like I had a great time, then it's been a successful show for me.
Yeah, I think that I don't honestly think at all when we play shows. I usually just kind of wake up from a daze at the end of the show. And things look a lot different. There's a lot of people in the room. I don't know, I think I definitely go into like character or something for shows, so. I don't think really, I'm not good enough at guitar singing to be able to think, play guitar, and sing.
For the most part, I felt like I was a lot less nervous than ever before because I started with the Bangs not that long ago. So I was mostly just proud of myself and us. We've been practicing a lot more lately.
I've been a backup singer since the beginning of May? No, April. Spring break. So like beginning of April. Yeah. It's been a little while now. Yeah.
I was just having a really good time. My mom was here, so that was fairly interesting. I tried to look her a lot in the eyes to like reward her for being at the show. I was giving her premium eye contact zone. Normally I charge for that.
And I can remember I was probably 15. Still remember the name. Stupidest name you ever heard. It was called the Foot Sound. Yeah, whatever that's supposed to mean, I couldn't tell you. We were altered. Played with Chris before in a band called Men in Black. Played with a band called the Amazing Chan Clan. Pretty decent band. And a lot of bands that the names kind of escape me now. I've been in a bunch.
I don't even think we actually had a name. It was just a bunch of guys that were on adjoining ships that were tied to a pier in the Navy in Rhode Island. Before I got my first taste of the bass as a performer, our bass player got hurt and they asked me to fill in, and he went AWOL from the hospital to make the gig. And so I was originally a guitar player. And I gave Mark an acoustic guitar, showed him some licks, and then went back to the Navy. And when I came home, it was like, well, fuck. I guess I better find something else to play. He was trying to put a band together, and I was like, well, fuck, I can see if I can find a bass. And I did, and pretty much been a bass player ever since.
We played earlier on in, like in the early, or the late 70s, early 80s. We played in a hardcore band up until probably mid 80s. It was called Malignant Growth, and then it changed to Fading Out. Probably one of the most relaxed situations. There's like no drama, no band bickering, none of that band bullshit. Just like get together, write some songs, go do some shows, and everything's cool.
It's my hometown, of course I like Louisville. It's a black hole. Once you've lived here, you can't get away. It always sucks you back in. Few people escape and never come back. Seems like it always drives you back in. Yeah, I like my hometown. It's, you know, hardly a day goes by. I don't live in Kentucky anymore. I live across the river in Indiana. But hardly a day goes by that I don't see something on the news going, God, it makes it hard to be proud to be from Kentucky. We've got Rand Paul and Mitch McConnell. Lord.
has been, I guess, on the scene for about, what, a year and a half? Something like that, almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in like March or April. But we've, me, Mitch, and Cody, his brother, the drummer, we've been together since like 2009 or 10, like just playing. We had 2 other names, like we played like awful punk music at first. I don't even consider it punk, it wasn't even that good. And then we had another name, it was The Harrowing, and it was like more towards what we were doing now. And then, but that was back in Missouri when we lived in Missouri, and we moved here because we wanted to be a part of a better music scene, and we changed our name to Gomorrah. As a kid, I always wanted to play guitar, but I was never allowed to. My mom made me take piano lessons instead, and I don't know why. It was weird, but I ended up moving to Missouri, and I was like 17, I think, and Mitch and Cody had another band called The Lake Effect with like a high school friend of theirs, and it was like bluegrass punk stuff or something, and I saw them play, and for some reason that just kind of like sparked my interest in doing it again. And so like I got my first guitar Christmas of 2007, and then I got my first amp on my birthday, March 9th, 2008, and I've been just playing ever since.
The first band that me and my brother were in, The Lake Effect, like Colton was saying, we didn't write at all. Like, he did all the writing, and I mean, I guess, and he moved away. He went off to college, and me and Cody didn't really have a band anymore, so I just kind of jammed around, couldn't write very well at all. Colton shows up, started playing guitar, so we were like, dude, let's start a band, you know, try and do this. And so I guess, we both have always been very competitive as far as like pushing ourselves technically and as far as writing. And so it's actually been, it's kind of cool. Like the music's just evolved. I don't know, it's nice because we've both consistently gotten better at the same pace. Because I know in some bands it's always like there's that one dude that's just, you know, like wipes the floor with the other dudes, maybe runs to another band or something, but we just have good chemistry, I guess, writing-wise.
We've always been able to write well together. I feel like it kind of keeps us sane because it's something that we do together as brothers. I mean, we do other stuff too, but like this has been it's been a constant for, you know, years. We've been playing in bands together, so it's just really cool. Like he's always been there and I've always been here.
Like selfishly, I enjoy just like, it's fun to play the songs in front of people. So I enjoy that part, but it's just really nice to share the music we write with other people, I guess. And like meeting people, even though we're not the most social sometimes, but that's not because we're dicks or anything, we just never really been like that, I don't know. Like playing out the songs and seeing people respond to it. I guess that might be my favorite part, knowing that people are enjoying the music that we're playing as much as we do is always pretty awesome.
Let's go thrashing, yeah!
shows in Bellevue, which is a suburb of Nashville. And that's where I first really got the idea or like hint of the whole DIY thing of people booking touring bands from all over just for the sake of giving them a show.
There's a lot of venues that have been shut down that provided a place for DIY bands to play, and house shows are kind of taking responsibility for places for those people to play.
This has been passed down from friends, and they used to do shows here. Within 1 or 2 weeks after I moved in here, we got the notice that we had to close Owl Farm, and so we just fixed it up real quick to be able to do the shows that we already had booked and kept doing them. Because there's nothing's replaced that yet.
Houses like this exist in a lot of cities and a lot of small towns even. It's really just something that happens out of necessity when no one wants to book your punk band in a bar because some of the members are underage, you can't get in, or nobody wants to book a show without charging you $250 to use their venue, even though they're still having an open bar and an open kitchen and they're still making money. There's always somebody who's gonna be like, well, let's just do it at my house because it's free. And we can charge $3 at the door and give all that money to the touring band, and they made $200, so they're gonna come back next time. Instead of getting, you know, oh, well, we had to pay the sound guy $50, we had to pay the door guy $50, you get it at a regular venue. That doesn't exist in DIY scenes. Like, we don't make any money and throw in money that if we have to, if the door didn't do well, I'm paying out of pocket, period, any band I book. Because I've toured, I know how it is not to get paid, and $40, I mean, you took the responsibility of booking the show, and if you can't give them the gas money through the door, you owe it to them because you promoted it.
You know, house venues are kind of a last resort for everyone, everywhere. Like, nobody does a house show intentionally if there's another option that we can get more people to come to cheaply. Because, honestly, we encourage all ages shows in any venue that we go to. Like, warehouse venues, bars, anything like coffee shops that we've done shows that we want to encourage an all ages space. And it's easy to say that we want all ages to be at a house show, but all ages not be comfortable here, because there can be plenty of 13-year-old kids that want to be here because there's cool bands playing, but not want to be here because their parents don't want them to be at a house full of 21-year-olds drinking and stuff like that. But, you know, you give and you take with DIY spaces, and there's definitely more pros than cons when it comes to house shows, but it is a last resort. We want to have more warehouse spaces and places where we can do shows that are comfortable for stupid kids like that guy over there.
As far as shows go, we got an empty lot next door, businesses and churches across the street, and we know our neighbors, so we don't have to worry about that, like the cops showing up or, you know, anything like that. So we got the house pretty well soundproof to be respectful of everybody, but it's definitely a plus that and rent's cheap. Rent is super cheap here because the lease has been handed down before the influx happened and before all the rent started skyrocketing in East Nashville. So we're kind of set right now as far as that goes, until they kick us out.
Mainly it's like drunk people at random shows that gets pretty animated sometimes, and then watching people drink Chilean beer and run around like idiots was fun. So
one time at like our last show, I didn't see this, but I heard about it. Apparently, like, it was after our shows, like the next band that played, somebody like dumped a trash can full of bottles down on like the floor of the garage and started like moshing on them. So it was like broken glass everywhere and just moshing on glass. And someone put a trash bucket over their head. Yeah, and danced around on it. Yeah, so that happened.
Well, there was the night of the rain of Foster cans.
Tell me about that.
We I think it was a Gangrene show. We drove up to Newport, Kentucky to open for Gangrene, and we had some issues getting there. And the people that drove from across the river in Cincinnati insisted that we go on first. So that was a pretty evil night. We went out there, and our lead singer at the time was a football player / poet. And he walks out, and you know, the kid's buff. And he walks out there and he flexes. He goes, "We're the warm-up band. We hope this forms you fuck up." And we ripped. We did a pretty good set. Well, the band that insisted we play first went on next, and they were horrid. And about 2 songs into it, somebody flung a Foster's can at the stage. And we're talking, you know, the oil cans, the big fucking metal cans. Somebody, phew, next thing you know, there goes another one, and another one. But they're standing there and they're trying to play their music, and somebody bounces one off the bass player's machine head, and she's a little petite girl, and I mean they're up there dodging shit. And that was the same night. That was the night that the guitar player from Gangrene was going to crack the Marlboro Man in the head with his BC Rich. The guy was down front, looked like mustache, you know, the Freddie Mercury mustache and the denim jacket, and I think the drummer vaulted his kit, wound up drop kicking the dude in the fucking head at stage level. It was a pretty wild night.
There was a show I went to one time. I saw someone in a wheelchair crowd surfing, so that's pretty cool. I've never seen that before, so that was a one-time thing. Yeah, like the wheelchair, everything was like people were grabbing onto like the bottom of it and just like moving them. So I mean, it was kind of unsafe, but you know, he was enjoying it, so that's cool.
I've been going to shows since I was probably like 13 years old, and I started booking shows when I was 16. But I didn't start playing in bands until I was 17 or 18 years old. So I would say that pick up a musical instrument and see if you're good at it and go with that first. Don't book shows unless you have to, because you'll want to tear your hair out every single day of your life if you do. God, there's not a day that goes by that I wish I didn't book shows, because it is such a pain in the ass when you're in a DIY scene. It's a DIY scene. You do it yourself. Everything you do is your responsibility, and there's nothing that says it's easy anywhere, and it isn't. Everyone is hard to deal with, regardless of whether or not they're your friends for like 10 years beforehand. But yeah, pick up an instrument and start a band, and if you're good at it, be in a band instead, because that's way better.
There's always avenues to do, you know, opening slots, and you know, it's just there's multiple places to play, and there's multiple, you know, spots to fill. So not every show is a good show, and you know, not every bar is a good bar to play. But you know, you have to get out there and get your feet wet, and you know, pay your dues.
Well, I mean, starting off with anything, you know, you can either be naturally gifted or you can just not be that great at it. But if you just practice and practice, just keeping at it, like you will get better. Just practice makes perfect. So you just want to keep playing and not stop, because then you'll get bad.
I have to practice a lot to be able to play any songs, so I basically just go on pure muscle memory to make it happen, and then try to like really heavily emote at the same time.
I would say, well, one, YouTube's like very useful tool if you want to learn anything technically speaking, like play-wise. But I would say the best thing you could do is just find friends that want to play as well, because I feel like that having like friends and stuff to jam with is just it like helps drive you and stuff. Like, I don't know, whenever I played by myself, I didn't play that much, like, until got the band. So I would say just have fun, practice a lot. Metronomes are nice. So yeah, practice to a metronome, jam with your friends, and learning other people's songs. I mean, I don't know, yeah.
Well, the main thing that I've noticed is once you start playing in a band, then you become way more connected with the music scene in general. So all of these incredible older acts that I had never heard of before, there's some really cool labels in town. Magnetic South is among them. Some really cool people at South record, like Mike Adams at his Honest Weight. I mean, those people are getting Pitchfork and stuff, and no one even knows that they're in Bloomington, even the people in Bloomington. So when you kind of get into the Bloomington house show scene, you learn a lot about all of the Bloomington music that's really going on and how incredible it all is. And then you sort of naturally start connecting with the Indianapolis scene and all these other things. And slowly you find you have like these little trails along like the US.
And if you move in, and I find out I hate you, we can still be friends. I won't kick you out and we'd be best friends when it's going on. You we'd be best friends when it's happening.
So we're in Louisville. It's okay, I guess. There's nowhere to eat, but there's some pretty cool bands. So I'd say it's a good trade-off.
So we're getting gas somewhere in Kentucky. I think we're in Hopkinsville. Do you want a close-up of my credit card number?
Yeah.
Okay. Already done?
Yeah. Do I need to be in this? Hello. Hello, YouTube and DVD viewers. What would you do if I told you there was a laser that I could point at you, and in 30 seconds it would tell you whether or not you were going to die?
I'm sorry, I'm laughing too. What's up?